guys, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited about today's video because I am doing an FAQ and kind of a review and talk about my experience with eyelash extensions. I have been wearing them for the past month, and when I was going through my lash fill 2 days ago, I asked you guys on Twitter and Snapchat whether you guys wanted to see a video like this all about my eyelash extensions, because I know there are a ton of questions, and when I first got them done, I did a ton of research and I've learned a lot along the way about how to take care of them and things like that. And so let's just do this. So the first thing that you're gonna want to do if you want to get lash extensions is obviously research a good lash extensionist, a lash stylist to go to. The lady that I personally go to, she is Russian, and that is the only service she offers. She's a dedicated eyelash, whatever you want to call it. That's all she does. So do your research. Don't fall for any Groupons. Don't think that cheaper is better when it comes to this. These are your eyes, these are your lashes, and if done correctly, they will not harm your natural lashes. So another thing is do research into the type of lashes that you want to get. When you get to your appointment and you meet the lash stylist for the first time, it can be kind of daunting because there are so many different lash styles and options and lengths and thicknesses, and it can be like, whoa, like there are classic eyelashes, which are the regular lash extensions, which means one lash extension is glued onto each single one of your lashes. Or what I personally got and what you can get is volume lashes. So how volume lashes work are, I believe you can get anywhere from 2D to 60 lashes, and that means that you have 2, 3, 4, 5, however many what you choose to do lashes. It's like a fan almost in one cluster of lashes, and then basically those will be glued onto one single eyelash. So the key is, even if you're doing a cluster, they're not like on different eyelashes. They'll all be glued onto a single lash, and they are a lighter, thinner lash than the classic lash extension. They're kind of thin, fine hair, so they create more volume at the base, and then they're very kind of fluttery and wispy and fluffy at the top. So that is what I personally chose. I am wearing the 3D lashes, which means there are 3 lashes per one of my natural lash, and I love them. I wouldn't go any fuller than this for me personally, because without makeup, it can look a little bit overpowering the more volume that you have, but with makeup, it's enough so that they stand out, in my opinion. There are also different curls of lashes, so how curly or straight do you want your lashes? I have got the most dramatic curl, which is a D curl. Most people apparently usually get a C curl, which is slightly less curled than this, but I have D curl, which means it basically scoops up, and they're pretty wide and eye-opening and for a dull-eyed effect. And then of course there are a bunch of different lengths, anywhere ranging from like 7 millimeters, not milliliters, to I believe 17 millimeters is the longest lash you can get. For your lash extensions not to damage your natural lashes, one thing that my stylist told me, she said that your natural lash should not be less than 50% of the lash extension that you want to apply. So you might want to go ahead and get the very longest eyelashes, and that's great, but they can end up damaging your natural lash, because if your lashes are too short, they won't be able to support the super long eyelash extension, and then they'll end up dropping and twisting, and they won't last very long. So if you guys are like me, I went with the longest length that my natural lashes can support. I am wearing mainly 15 millimeters is my longest length, and I think it's plenty long enough for me. I wouldn't go longer. I also have 14 millimeters throughout, and then in the inner corner I have 13 millimeters. So I'm going to get into the questions now that we're asked. First of all, a lot of people said, what can you expect from your lash appointment? So my very first lash appointment, I got there a little bit early, I want to say 10 minutes early, and then we went over what I personally wanted and what the styles I wanted with her. Then basically you lie down on a bed, you lie back, and then she'll clean your lashes for you. She brushes through them, and then what will happen is they will place a gel eye patch right under your lower lashes, or on top of them rather, and tape your lower lashes down, and then basically you lay back with your eyes closed and let her go to work. She starts gluing and isolating the lashes on. Tons of you guys said, what's the process like? Is it uncomfortable just laying there, blah blah blah? Can you feel it? What does it feel like? You can definitely feel someone like going into your lashes, and you can feel like the kind of motions that she's doing, so it's not like completely sensationless, but it isn't an uncomfortable feeling. It's not relaxing, it's not uncomfortable, it's just a feeling basically, and eventually the more she does, the less you feel it. How long do they last was of course another huge question, and that really depends on your natural lash cycle. The first full set that you get, so before you get any fills, the very first time you go, the lash lady told me that they will last the longest, so you can probably get between 3 and 4 weeks, and then going forward, every time I get a fill, I can go anywhere between 2.5 to 3.5 weeks again. And people said, how do they fall out and why do they fall out and like what happens basically? So our lashes, like any other hair on our body, grow, and basically what happens is your lashes have a life cycle, and then they will fall out and new lashes will appear basically and grow underneath them. So of course when the lash with the lash extension grows out and falls out, your natural lash along with the lash extension will fall out, and I think that's why a lot of people get worried, because your lash will be attached to it. But if you look, you should see another lash has come through and taken the place of that first kind of group of lashes. It's not the lash extensions taking your lash out. Someone said, how do you know when it is time to get a fill? You know when it's time to get a fill basically when they're sparse and there is about 50% of the lashes that you had after your full set or your fresh fill. You guys asked me, how do you look after them? Can you wet them? How do you wash your face? All things like that. So basically aftercare. Aftercare is just as important as finding the right lash stylist because you can actually ruin your lashes and your lash extensions yourself, of course. So taking care of them is very, very important. Can you wash your face? Yes, you can wash your face. Can you wet them? Yes, you can wet them, but not for 24 hours after you get them done. So the glue needs about 24, some people say 48 hours to set. So for me, I just wait 48 hours before putting direct water on them. I still shower, of course. I mean, if you're really anal about it, you can put on glasses in the shower. I don't, but I just avoid the water. And then after 48 hours, it's actually best to wash them and clean them because lashes technically are meant to like collect dust and debris and like protect your eyes. So if you don't clean them and wet them, in the base of your lashes will get all grimy and disgusting and can cause an eye infection and things like that. So it is super, super important to wash them. I will use baby shampoo. This is just regular Johnson's baby shampoo. And I will create a lather and I will go in and basically run this along my lash line, making sure I get it into the lash line and along the length of the lashes with the little lather that I make, and then rinse it off just so they're getting a proper clean. And this was recommended to me by the lady that did my lashes. How do they feel? Do they feel natural? Yes, they feel super, super natural. That is the best thing about them. You can never feel them on your eyes. Like I forget that I have them sometimes until I look in the mirror and I'm like, damn girl, they literally are weightless. They feel natural. You guys asked me, can you wear mascara on your false lashes? You technically can wear mascara as long as it's not oil-based mascara on your lashes, but I don't think you need to. I mean, you can see I don't have any mascara on mine. I think that kind of defeats the purpose, but you can. And if you're going to do that, you just put it on the tips. You try not to get the roots where the glue is. Someone says, can you wear false lashes with lash extensions? I mean, I guess you can. I see people do it all the time. I personally wouldn't because I chose specifically with the kind of makeup looks I like to wear in mine. So I wanted something where I wouldn't have to wear false lashes because that was kind of the point for me. But if you're going to do it, I wouldn't make a habit of it. Maybe just like if you're going out at night and you have a super dramatic makeup look and you want to amp them up. But I would avoid it personally. Can you wear makeup? Of course you can wear makeup. I have a full face of makeup and eyeshadow on right now. But the beauty of lash extensions is that I find I need to wear a lot less eye makeup. I don't even wear eye makeup most of the time when I wear these, to be honest, except for when I'm filming. A lot of the time, day to day now, I can just have my lashes, put on some mascara on my bottom lashes, and I'm good to go. So it is super, super convenient for that. But if you're gonna wear makeup as well, because oil counteracts, make sure you have some good oil-free makeup remover, and make sure the makeup remover you're gonna use truly is oil-free. I like to use a cotton bud and oil-free makeup remover when I'm taking off my makeup. Or I also use these. These are the Clean and Clear Makeup Dissolving Facial Cleansing Wipes. They say oil-free right on them. And I will just wrap one around my finger and gently go in and just remove all my eye makeup because these are good for your eye makeup too. It says right on there. And a huge question was, do they damage your natural lashes? And the answer is they can, but not if you take good care of them like I told you throughout this video. And if your lash stylist puts one lash on each individual lash, you should be fine. I know me, when they started falling out and I would see a lash with the lash extensions, I was like, oh shit, like what have I done? But that was before I realized that is what's supposed to happen. And then when I did get a bunch of gaps in my lashes, I could see that my real lashes are actually the same length, or as long as they were, or should I say as short as they were, before I ever got them done. I also think a lot of girls, when they get their full lash sets taken off, you're so used to seeing yourself with gorgeous, beautiful lashes that when you go back to your natural lashes, it's kind of a shock. So you may think they're shorter than before, but you're also not wearing mascara all the time or using lash glue or anything like that. So it's giving your lashes a break. So they should be fine. Other than that, I wouldn't really say my routine has changed, to be perfectly honest, other than I just take more care, obviously, around my eye area because I don't want to be messing anything up. Again, you're not supposed to get oil anywhere near them. I use a face oil every night and I have not stopped using that because I just can't. My skin needs it. So I'm just very careful around the eye area not to bring it up too high. And also eye drops. Can you use eye drops with them? It's recommended that you do not use eye drops. However, I have a thing called dry eye, so I use lubricating eye drops every night. And the brand that I use are Systane Ultra eye drops, and they do not make my lashes fall out. So I tried it close to my fill on a whim, and no extra lashes have been falling out. So those are the eye drops that I recommend if you guys need a lubricating eye drop. So yeah guys, those are pretty much all the questions. The last question were pros and cons, so I will really quickly do that to end the video. The pros for me were definitely, especially on vacation, waking up with naturally gorgeous, well not natural because they aren't mine, but waking up with beautiful lashes and being good to go was amazing. I did not wear makeup on the trip pretty much ever. They really do make you look like the best version of you as soon as you get up. So your beauty routine and the maintenance that you need are cut down. That is a huge pro for me. Another pro is not having to glue on false strips all the time when I do my makeup. I love false lashes. It is an extra step and it can be a hassle sometimes. I mean, truthfully, I love pretty much everything about them because I wouldn't have gone back for fills if I didn't like them after the first set. But if I were to say cons would be the price. They are obviously expensive, and if you want to get good ones, they're going to be more expensive. I know my full set, my first set was $200, and every fill is $70, and it can be anywhere from $150 to $250 for a full set, or $50 to $100 for a fill. So it depends where you go, the area you were in. But of course, because of the price, you may want to do it only for special occasions, or if you're going on vacation or something like that. It's not going to be a all the time thing. Another con would be not being able to sleep on your stomach. I love sleeping on my stomach. I mean, sleeping on my side's okay. And you definitely do have to be more careful with what you're doing. That's a con. You can't just go in and be crazy with your eyes because obviously you will damage your natural lashes. So it can take a little bit more time, but I do think it's totally worth it. So yeah guys, that is all that I want to say about lash extensions for today. I really hope this was helpful if anyone's considering them or anything like that. I did try to answer all the questions that I got on my social media and anything that I could personally think of. If you have any more questions, you guys can leave them in the comments bar below and I will definitely get back to you guys for sure. I mean, I'm not going to wear them 12 months of the year because I think you need to give your lashes a break, but I'm going to keep them up for a little while because they've just been, I just love them so much and I love the way they look. So I hope this has helped you. I hope it was enjoyable and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.